First thing a lot of people want when they start weight training is some nice big biceps. The thing is, I see a lot of people doing this inefficiently and relatively ineffectively. So I'm going to show you is the most effective, efficient way to really stimulate as much muscle fiber in your biceps as possible to be able to stimulate the most growth. Now keep in mind, when you do it this way, you're not going to be able to tolerate a lot of what people traditionally call volume, which is actually the wrong definition of volume, sets and reps. The goal of an exercise is to recruit as many motor units or muscle fiber as possible, fatigue them deeply, which stimulates the anabolic pathways and stimulates muscle growth. So this is how you do that. And not only is this going to work tremendously for growing your arms, it works for every other muscle group. Most people approach training completely wrong. They're approaching training in a way where they feel they need to adjust their level of intensity of effort in order to accommodate some predetermined number of sets and reps. But the thing is, the research shows clearly that mechanical work, lifting and lowering the weight, has nothing to do with stimulating anabolic pathways. It's just part of the procedure, okay? The things that really stimulate growth: metabolic stress, mechanical tension. So doing an extended set duration, as you'll see here in this demonstration, of about 45 to 90 seconds, not giving the muscle a break, it's going to generate a lot of metabolic stress, metabolites, metabolic byproducts, which is going to stimulate the anabolic pathway. And then training to muscle failure is going to turn on the mechanosensors, thus stimulating another aspect of muscle growth. So this is how you do it. Now, as you can see, I'm going to start with my elbow slightly forward in order to create immediate tension on the biceps. The cadence is going to be slow. Think about 3 to 5 seconds for the positive and 3 to 5 seconds for the negative. This allows time for your nervous system to recruit motor units and removes the involvement of momentum, which reduces the amount of motor units recruited. Notice I'm not fully extending the elbow in order to maintain continuous load and continuous tension on the biceps to continually produce metabolites or metabolic byproducts and create metabolic stress. I'm holding in the contracted position, making sure not to swing, again, in order to create continuous muscular loading and generating a deep level of fatigue. Now, as I approach muscle failure gradually here, I'm going to continue to contract as hard as I possibly can until the biceps can no longer produce further contraction, and then gently set the weight down. Now, as you can see, that was performed way different than most people would perform a set of biceps curls. Because again, most people are under the impression they need to do a certain amount of sets and a certain amount of reps. And doing it that way will completely reduce your ability to accommodate 3 sets of 10, 5 sets of 10, and a lot of mechanical work. But doing it that way will produce drastically more metabolic stress, drastically more mechanical tension, and stimulate hypertrophy or muscle growth way more effectively than swinging the weight up and down. Again, most people are performing the exercises in a way to endure whatever sets and reps they predetermined or went into the gym assuming they needed to create or needed to complete in order to stimulate growth. So what do? They pull back on the intensity of effort in order to accommodate 3 sets of 10, 5 sets of 10. But the truth is, the intensity of effort, or how hard you contract during the exercise, is directly correlated to how much muscle fiber or motor units are recruited and how much of a stimulus is produced. So if you want to grow big arms, do it like that. Slow cadence, slow changes in direction, and extremely high intensity of muscular effort. And I promise your muscles will grow tremendously from training that way. If you want to improve your focus, your gym performance, and your testosterone, go ahead and try my J. Vincent Male Vitality Supplements. Clinically proven ingredients to jack testosterone up, increase energy, so you can put forth the required amount of effort in the gym to stimulate growth and get nice, big, thick biceps.